get hundreds of messages every single day, and a common theme that keeps coming up is training. What should I do with training? How often should I train? All these questions keep coming up every single day. So in this video, I wanted to talk about training, and I've outlined 5 questions, and I want to answer these questions in a little bit of detail just to make sure you guys know exactly what you need to be doing to get the most out of your training. So number 1, how often should you be training? Number 2, what should your training consist of? Number 3, how long should your training sessions be? Number 4, how can I get the most out of what I'm doing? How can I make sure that the time I'm spending on the field is actually improving me? And number 5, what about rest? How often should I rest? What should I be doing to recover? These types of questions. So those are the 5 main questions that keep coming up, and I want to go through each one quickly and give you my best advice. Number 1, how often should you be training? Well, that depends on your goals, but because you're one of my followers, you're watching my videos, I'm assuming you want to become the best you can possibly be. So if you want to become the best you can be, you should be training 7 days a week. Now, saying that, 7 days a week doesn't mean you're going full out intensity every single day of the week. There's going to be varying degrees of intensity and duration. You're going to be training in different ways. But if your goal is to become the best you can possibly be, then you should be training in some way every single day. And maybe you take 1 day of rest, 6 days minimum. Okay, if that's what your goal is, you want to become the best you can be, make the most out of every single day. So that leads us into our next question. What should you be doing for training? Personally, I think you should be doing some gym time and a lot of on-field stuff. Those are your minimums. We could also talk about tactical training, like studying the game, watching videos, watching lots of my mental videos, training yourself in that way as well. But let's talk about the bare minimum. I want you becoming stronger, faster, and more skilled every single week. So personally, I go to the gym 3 days a week. I'm also training in some way. I'm either training with clients, training teams, I'm practicing with my own team, or I have my own outdoor, indoor games or futsal matches. So I'm playing every single day, and I'm going to the gym on top of that 3 times a week. So some days I'm training twice a day. And you can do that as long as you are fueling your body properly and you're listening to your body. If you went hard, like some days I have 3 sessions. On Sundays, my craziest day, I have futsal in the morning. I usually have a team practice later in the day and then another futsal game at night. So the day after that, I take it pretty easy. I might just go to the gym that day and train some clients at night, but I'll just be walking around. I won't really be pushing myself. I'll focus more on recovery because I'm listening to my body, and my body's saying, hey, you pushed me pretty damn hard yesterday. I need a day of rest to recover. Because if you just keep going all out, you're gonna burn out. There's no way you can keep up with that pace doing 2 very high intensity sessions every single day. So that's another skill that you're gonna have to pick up, and that is learning to listen to your body. Now, don't misinterpret me. I'm not telling you to be a wuss and say, oh, yesterday I practiced, so today I'll just rest and relax. You gotta be honest with yourself, okay? Did you actually push yourself to the point of exhaustion and fatigue where you're so tired and you're so sore that you need a break? Or are you just being a wuss and you're looking for an excuse? You need to be honest with yourself. So what should your training consist of? Like I said, strength training, get into the gym. If you think you're too young to be lifting weights, just hit that body weight exercises, doing your push-ups, squats, lunges, all that sort of stuff, core exercises, but starting to focus on strength, becoming stronger, developing your body. And then most important is getting on the ball. Get your fitness in when you're getting to the field. Now, if you can practice with your team or play matches every single day of the week, that's great. It's also very important to get that individual training in there, because when you're doing individual training, it's you and the ball. You can focus on exactly what you believe you need to improve. When you're in the team session with your game, you're not the number one focus. You're just one of 20 guys. So you're not always on the ball. Yes, it is the best for your understanding of the game. It is the best experience for you to be playing with other players, but as far as honing your craft and mastering certain skills, then individual training is so important. So try to get a nice balance between individual training, team practices, matches, and then on the physical side, strength training, going to the gym. Get your fitness in when you're doing your technical stuff, when you're practicing with your team. If I'm going to get a ball, why don't you just sprint and get to that ball? Get your sprint, get your speed, get your fitness in while you're doing what you normally would be doing. Because if you're gonna do one session for speed, one session for strength, one session for technique, one session for stamina, there's not enough hours in the day. So try to make the most of every session that you already have. I hope that makes sense. How long should your training sessions be? How many hours should you be putting in each day? Well, personally, I'm a big advocate of shorter duration, higher intensity. I'd rather you go for a shorter period of time and work harder than be out there for 3 hours and not really push yourself. Okay, you're gonna get more out of it by going harder and being there for a shorter period of time than by dragging it out and just jogging or walking around the pitch, doing free kicks, trying to master a knuckleball for an hour and a half when really you get nothing out of it. Yes, it's a great skill to master. Personally, I can't do it. I don't spend enough time doing stuff like that, but I'd rather be doing stuff like high intensity combination play, crossing and finishing, working on my shooting, working on that fitness, getting my touchdown, these sorts of things that I'm actually applying in the game every single time I play. So how long? Let's say an hour and a half to 2 hours maximum is where you want to be with your training sessions. And when you're in the gym, an hour, hour and a half max is totally fine. How many hours should you train a day? If you're doing 2 sessions, like 4 hours, 4 hours is probably the most you want to put your body through, especially if it's high intensity. If it is like a 6-hour session, some days, like I said, I have 3 sessions and it's probably like 6 hours on my body. And some days you have to do that. Some days you want to do that, and that's fine as long as that's not a regular occurrence every single day, because you're going to burn out. You have to listen to your body and you have to balance out your days. Some days you might go 5 hours, the next day you go 1 or something like that. Okay, but I would say 4 hours is maximum. 2-3 hours a day is great. You will become a better player and you're putting in a lot of time and effort, and that's great. But remember, the intensity, the quality of your training is much more important than the quantity. How to get the most out of your training. Just make sure when you're there, your focus is 100% on the training. You're concentrated on every single touch. Do not let passes get away from you. Do not let touches, do not let opportunities get away from you. And what I mean by that is, even though I'm practicing a simple 5-yard pass, I'm just warming up with my teammates. I'm taking pride in every single touch, every single pass. How accurate is it? How precise is it? How perfect is it? And again, I'm not telling you to be perfect. I'm just telling you to strive for excellence in everything you do. Don't be okay with just passing it to that guy. Where do I need to put it? What kind of pace do I need to put on that ball? What space do I need to put in that? What spin do I need to put on the ball? Okay, just think about these things, have higher degrees of focus, higher degrees of concentration the whole time you're there. Then after the session, you can goof around. Okay, but while you're there, get the most out of it. And push yourself. Like I said, if I'm going to get that ball over there, I'm not going to walk to it. I'm going to sprint to it and I'm going to come back right away. I'm going to get involved in the session right away. When everyone else is walking around, jogging around, goofing around, I'm on the ball, I'm moving around, I'm playing combinations. I'm getting the most out of downtime. I'm getting the most out of every single second in that training session, whether it's by myself or with my team. Okay, so just strive for high degrees of concentration and work ethic. Get the most out of every single second that you are spending on the field. Finally, we've kind of talked about this throughout. What about rest? How often should you rest? Well, this is a skill you need to develop. You need to listen to your body. But on a daily basis, getting good amounts of sleep. So if you can aim for those 8 hours, I know some days I don't get 8 hours. Some days I have to be up in the morning and up late at night. But at minimum 6 hours, you want to aim for about 8 hours. And if you're getting high quality sleep, it's going to help. If you're not getting good amounts of sleep, you're going to feel it. You're going to be low on energy, low on concentration, your body's going to burn out. On top of sleep, so important is food and water. Drink tons of water. Drink more water than you think you need. Eat high quality food. If you're eating bad food, you're going to burn out. You get out of your body what you put in. So if I'm putting good food into my body every single day, I'm going to get good energy, good focus, good attitude, good vibes coming out of my body. Good endurance, good stamina, okay? If I'm putting bad food in, I'm gonna burn out, I'm not gonna have good energy, I'm not gonna have good focus, I'm not gonna have good attitude. Your food determines your mood. Your food determines your energy, your work ethic, your attitude. Okay, so think about those things. And like I said, throughout, you have to learn to listen to your body. So if you went super hard yesterday and you woke up this morning and your legs are just dead, they're so sore you can't even walk, well, you don't need to push yourself as hard today. You need to take a day of rest, because that day of rest will actually do more good for your body than pushing yourself to the limit again, pushing yourself to the breaking point again. So yes, I want you to make the most. I want you to push yourself hard in every training session, but you need to learn to listen to your body. So those are the 5 main questions I wanted to answer about training, and I hope you found that helpful. If you would like a training program that you can follow every day of the week and training sessions that will take you through exactly what to do, drill by drill, step by step, then Triple Your Talent is definitely a program for you. Now, this is one of the programs I'm offering. If you've been following along with me on social media and you're on my email list, you've been watching my latest YouTube videos, you know that these 3 programs, Triple Your Talent being one of them, is coming off the internet on April 10th at 11:59 p.m. And at the time of this video release, there are 3 days left. So if you want this program, definitely watch this all the way through so you can get enough information to make a good decision to see if this program is for you. But if you want a follow along training program that will tell you exactly what to do each day, then this training program is definitely for you. So basically what it is it's 3 training sessions, and I want you to do the training session each day. I recommend you take 1 day of rest. So 6 days a week, you're going to do week 1. For the next 6 days of next week, you're going to do the week 2 training session, and the final week you're going to do the week 3 training session. Now, each week the training session becomes more challenging and more difficult to encourage you and force you to become a better player. And as I say at the beginning here, you will increase your skills, your fitness, and your confidence, especially your confidence on the ball. And I go out of my way to say that if you do this training program leading up to your season, you will have the best season of your life. You'll be in your best shape, you'll have the sharpest touch, you'll have the most confidence when you're on the ball if you do this training program 3 weeks leading up to your season. So let's actually take a deeper look into this training program, and I want to show you guys the videos and let you see exactly what's going on here. So this is actually the 3rd week video, the 3rd training session. And let's take a deeper look into this program, show you guys exactly what's going on.
This is the warm-up video, and by the time you get to the 3rd week, you may have already seen this video 30 times, but I want you to keep watching it, because warm-up is about getting ready mentally as much as it is physically.
So here's the warm-up, and I've basically broken this training session into different segments. I think it starts warm-up, dribbling, ball control, passing and receiving, shooting, then we move into some fitness stuff, speed, strength, and a bit of stamina. So as you can see, the training session is about 40 minutes. And throughout the training session, after each little segment, it's about 3 minutes of hard work. Here we're doing a warm-up, physical warm-up.
I'm letting this front knee bend.
Let's try to keep going through this. I'll give you guys some footage. So here's one of the ball control drills we're doing.
Okay, receive again.
So this, for example, we would do this for 3 minutes. And then after those 3 minutes, I've put in little sections here where you have a quick water break. So let's see if I can find it.
I make some mistakes, but if you keep practicing,
and the great thing is I'm doing this along with you, so you follow along with me. Let's see if this stops right here. Good. So for example, right here, when this comes, you would hit pause and you would take your 1 minute water break, and then you would move on to the next drill. So as you can see, it's about 40 minutes of footage. With those 8 water breaks in there, it's about an hour session. So these are 1 hour sessions, and if you can't sacrifice 1 hour a day to become better, then this program isn't for you. However, if you are happy to sacrifice 1 hour a day because you know it's going to make you better, then yes, Triple Your Talent is definitely a program that I think you will enjoy. So as I said here, you'll have your water break, then you'll move into the next drill. Here we're doing some dribbling stuff.
Fake shot behind the leg. Yes. Sell it.
And as you can hear, I'm moving along with you, I'm talking to you. So what I recommend is the first time you get this program, you watch these videos all the way through. And then the second time, you put your headphones in and you clip your iPod. Hopefully you have an arm strap or an athletic strap, or you can put it on your waist or in your pocket. And then I'm in your ear directing you through each drill as we go through this workout together. So that's the great thing about it. I'm there motivating you, encouraging you, giving you little tips, little things to focus on as you're doing each
drill. And each week that you do it, you're going to become more and more comfortable with the drills. I don't want to show you guys everything that's going on here, but here's another example. We're doing a bit of fitness.
Good, all the way to the end.
And like I said, I'm doing it with you. I'm struggling with you. I'm breathing with you. Here's some strength stuff.
Yeah. Going tuck plank. So I'm getting in that tuck position, that plank position, I should say. From here, jump up, tuck, and back. Okay? Bit of cardio, bit of core.
So there you go. That's all I'm going to show you guys today. At the end here, obviously we do a little cool down, a little motivational pep talk to keep you guys going, but that's basically the idea around this program. So if you want a training program that you can follow every single day, it's going to give you drill by drill what you should be doing in order to improve all your skills, and you want something that's going to guarantee results, then yes, Triple Your Talent is definitely a program you should get before April 10th at 11:59 p.m. Now, if you have any questions about this program or any other program, just comment below and I will do my best to answer those questions before this promotion is done. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.